Welcome to an unboxing and first look of the iPhone 17 Pro. This right here is the 17 Pro in silver, and it's the 256GB model. Around the packaging, there's not a whole lot here, just iPhone and the Apple logo, and then the back will show my serial number, and that's how we can open it with some pull tabs. Only cool thing to note on the packaging is that all around the side of it, it is actually like screen printed and kind of like lifted up, so you can actually feel the slight raise here, and it still works with the camera bump as well. So we're going to go take a look at this new design on this phone in a second. Now to open it up, we just use these pull tabs here, and you can just rip them off. Now with that out of the way, here we go. And there's the iPhone 17 Pro in silver. This is one of 3 different colors that you can get this year. We have this one, we have cosmic orange, and then a deep blue color. The deep blue and the orange will show quite a bit of scratches ever since they actually switched to aluminum on the outside instead of titanium. So I'm a little bit worried about those ones, just in case it gets a little bit of scratching over time, because that would show up a lot more easily than this, which will be silver, and it will kind of hide the anodization that gets shipped off. On the back here, we can see the 3 cameras too, with now the telephoto and the ultra-wide lens, both using a 48 megapixel sensor on it, like the main one from last year. This will increase the resolution and low light performance for all 3 of these cameras, so that's a really cool upgrade to see. And these are some pretty big sensors if you look from the side. And this is that new camera plateau, and you can definitely feel quite a bit of a raise as you go up this. One last interesting thing to note on the back side of the phone is that since this is all aluminum around here, that meant that Apple has to go and still put in their wireless charging somehow and their MagSafe, and so then this is actually glass. So then that allows for wireless power to be able to transfer through, since it obviously can't go through metal and it needs something like glass. The only thing that's a little bit weird is that the Apple logo isn't centered on the phone itself, but it is still centered within this glass piece. Now looking around to the side of the phone, on the right we've got our camera control, power button, then on the left we've got our volume up, down, and our action button, which replaces the mute switch if you've had an older iPhone. I'm coming from an iPhone 13 that's also in silver, so this is kind of an apples to apples comparison of something that is 4 years newer and the Pro model. I was mainly getting it to go and get log video recording on these cameras, so we're going to see how that works later on as I review this. Now before turning on the phone, I will put this aside and we'll just see what else is in the box. It looks like we have a USB-C to C cable right here. Yep, there it is inside. I won't unbox this right now, but it's the same kind of nylon braided cable that you get with every new Apple device now. And lastly, it looks like we have some sort of paperwork here. And I think this might be an award for the thinnest amount of paperwork. I predict no Apple stickers in this one, but we'll see. All we actually get is a warranty guide and a little piece of paper telling us that we can't put a physical SIM in this. Okay, no Apple sticker confirmed. Still annoyed by that, Apple, please add that back in. That might be just one of the quickest unboxings I've ever done in a while, just because Apple doesn't give you a whole lot of accessories and a lot of phones are starting to do that these days. But now let's get this thing turned on and let's set it up. And here we can see our new ceramic shield as well. This is supposed to provide a lot better scratch and drop resistance than previous glass. It also has an anti-reflective coating, which is actually sort of visible, because I have quite a few lights on right now and it's pretty hard to see them unless I go kind of off axis like this. Now when I swipe up, we can select our language. I'll go with the US, keep it at default, and I'm going to set it up without a device, continue without Wi-Fi. And now it wants me to set up an eSIM, but I'll go through that process a little bit later on. And now it wants me to set up Face ID, which I'll go and do off camera real quick. And once you're done with setting up Face ID, you can also add things such as Face ID with a mask and I think glasses as well. But since I'm not doing that right now, then I can just go and set up that later. Now create a passcode for it. And I want to start fresh on this device, so I'm just not going to transfer anything. I'll agree to the conditions. And I think our iPhone is basically almost ready to go. Now it's giving us a little walkthrough of the camera control on this side, showing us how we can use it to adjust for zoom and exposure. So I will turn it on just to kind of play with it, but I've heard some people can get annoyed by this and it can get kind of in the way when you're just holding the phone and wanting to take a photo, and so they can accidentally kind of zoom or swipe to do things that they don't intend to do. So I'll kind of see how much I actually want to use that going forward. Now the action button on this side, I'm just going to leave it as the silent switch for now until I figure out a better system for this and exactly what I want to do with that. But it could also be remapped to things like focus modes or your camera, a flashlight, recordings, Shazam, and you can also set it up with Siri shortcuts and stuff too. And so then that way you can have it basically open up any app or run any function that you want.
The colors of the sky.
The colors of the sky fade with the setting sun. The colors of the sky fade with the setting sun as the stars begin to shine through the clear night.
That's a lot of voice options you have to choose from there, but that's the normal one I usually use for Siri. So I'll select that and continue. There we go. Now I've set up Siri and we're all good to go. We also have emergency SOS on these where it can connect to satellites to send out a message and have crash detection. And with that, we are all set up and ready to get started. Here's the new phone. So anyways, that's about it for this new phone. I'll go and take a deeper look into it and start using it over the next few weeks and let you know my thoughts. Subscribe too if you want to see a video about some of the best things that you should do right after you get the phone for tips and tricks on the settings that you should be adjusting. I'll be making a video pretty soon about that, so stay subscribed. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time on Tech Device News.